Right, hello everyone and welcome to this new video on the channel and welcome to the first video of the 23-24 season. So this is going to be an update video of what is to come on the channel, both short term and long term. So we're going to be going over pre-season plans, the actual season plans itself, what changes are coming to the channel and the videos that you're watching, and my goals for the 23-24 season. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I've had a bit of a break from my channel. I've had quite a busy personal life these last 2 or 3 weeks. So I thought it best to focus on that and then come back to this just before the start of the season. So it's currently the Thursday. I'm not too sure what day this video will come out, but I'm able to get this filmed before the Sunday, which is the first pre-season game I'll be attending. So yeah, it's been a bit of a quiet month on YouTube, but a busy one personally. We've been close to 800 subs. I think we're around 793 at the time of recording, so hopefully very, very shortly we can get over that 800 subscribers mark and get us even closer to 1,000 subs. I've also got the League One predictions reaction video to come back to the last one from last season, and once that's out of the way, then all the rest of the videos will be focused on the 23-24 season. So anyway, we're going to start with my pre-season schedule. So I'm going to go through all the confirmed matches. Obviously with pre-season, a lot can change, a lot of cancellations, a lot of last-minute friendlies and stuff like that, and a lot of friendlies that I probably haven't heard of happening that are actually happening. So like I say, the schedule is subject to change, so I'm just going to go over the ones that are 100% confirmed that I'll be going to. So as I said, my season starts on the Sunday the 2nd of July, and that match is... it's not only a new tick for me, but it's also a double header as well. We are heading to Bellevue Stadium, home of obviously Wakefield Trinity Rugby, but Wakefield AFC are playing there now. They've moved from Featherstone, so their first match there is going to be against Hallam at 2:30 on the Sunday. And then at 5 o'clock the same day, the women's team are going to be playing there, playing at Brighouse Town. So got a double header on the first game of the season and a new tick as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. Next match will be on Wednesday the 5th of July. My local team at Rosington, Maine are going to be away at Thorn Colliery. And then I'm going to be watching them again on the Saturday as they play my actual team, Doncaster Rovers, at Roseau, Maine. So I'm really looking forward to that. Rovers' first pre-season game of the season. My first game back at Oxford Street, and I'm really looking forward to it. Just in case you're wondering, yes, I have changed locations. I had to pick my girlfriend up halfway through filming this. So we're in a different location, but it's the same video. So next up on the Tuesday night afterwards, we are on the road with Rovers again. So we're going to Boston United versus Doncaster Rovers. And then Friday the 14th of July, we are back with Roseau. So we've got Roseau, Maine against Stocksbridge Park Steels. And then the day after, we have a pretty long trip with Rovers. We're going to Aspie de la Jouche to watch Aspie Ivanhoe versus Doncaster Rovers 11. And then after that, we are on the road with Rovers again. On Tuesday the 18th of July, we are away at York City. So we've got York City against Doncaster Rovers. And then on the Saturday, to finish off the away games with Rovers, we are away at Scunthorpe United versus Doncaster Rovers. Before 2 confirmed home games for Rovers on Tuesday the 25th of July, Rovers are at home to Sheffield Wednesday, and then Saturday the 29th of July, they are at home to Port Vale. So they're my confirmed pre-season matches that I'll definitely be going to. There will be some different ones in there as well, I'm sure. But like I say, I've not made my mind up on a few yet, and games can, like I say, a lot can change in pre-season. A lot of new ones can get added last minute. So going to see what happens with a lot of them. We'll probably wait until the week and then decide how busy my week is, like personally, what other football matches are on, and then we'll take it from there. So now we're going to move on to the actual season. So a few of the names here. I want to get to as many Rovers games as possible. So we're going to try and get to every home game that I can, unless, like I say, something comes up and I can't be there. If I'm available, I'll definitely be at the Rovers home games. In terms of the away games, there's 7 grounds in League 2 that I've not done. So from last year, I didn't do Tranmere or Newport, and then I hadn't done Wrexham or Notts County, who's coming into the league, and then Accrington, Forest Green, and Morecambe, who got relegated from League 1. So they're the 7 I've not done, so they're taking priority for the Rovers away games. Like I say, I'll probably definitely do more than I don't do. Like I say, there'll be a few, for example, maybe like Barrow away, Colchester away, them type of matches that I'll probably definitely not do, so that might be a good chance to tick off a few of the other 90 of the 92. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting through a few of the 92, which I'll explain more about when I go over my goals. So the main schedule for the channel will probably mainly do one midweek game, one weekend game. That can change, like I say, depending on what matches come up. There might be some good midweek matches. There might be midweeks where I have something on and I can't make it. So like I say, the schedule will vary. There might be somewhere I just go to a weekend match, but most weeks it'll probably be one midweek, one weekend. But like I say, every week is different. Things crop up all the time, so you never know. Okay, so now we're going to go into the changes on the channel. So things that are going to change with the channel and in regards to the video. So the first thing is going to be Rate the Ground. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. I love doing these and I know a lot of people enjoy them as well. It's a lot of people's favourite parts of the video. So what's going to happen here though is I'm not just going to take the first visit of each ground. So for example, I've been to Retford United a few times, Rosso, and Rovers I go to pretty much every home game. So for the match though, obviously you just get the first one I go to in the season. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to take an average of every game. So for example, there'll be some grounds where I only go to once in a season. That'll be their final score, and the same with all the categories. But for grounds like Rosso, Rovers, them sort of teams, I'm going to do a rate the ground every time. I'm going to take an average. So for example, say if I go to one ground and they get 18 the first time I go there, and they get 14 the second time I go there, then the average overall score is going to be 16. So this just gives it a more fairer chance, because sometimes you can go to a ground and you can have a completely different experience one game and then at the other. So for example, when I went to Rosso, their food's really good. So against Horbury, I had the food and it was going to be like 4.5 or even a 5. But the time I went against Staveley, they'd run out of food, so obviously the score dropped a lot lower. So yeah, so like every time you go, you could have a different experience. So I'm going to do an average. So what's going to happen is the first time I go during the season, you'll get a detailed rate of the ground, and then, so I'm not repeating myself every time, I'll just give a quick overview, say if anything's changed and what the average score is going to be. Also, I'll save all the results from last year's rate of the ground, but we are starting a brand new season, so we're going to have a brand new table. So last season's table is last season's, that's going to remain in history books with Staveley winning it. So this season is a brand new rate of the ground chart, so we're going to see who's going to be crowned champions for the 23-24 season. Another update is I'm not going to have monthly updates anymore. So what's going to happen is, like, this is a video where it's update of pre-season. If I feel like there's an update at any time, I'm just going to do a video on it like that, so I don't have to do it once a month. I can just pick and choose when I want to do the updates, just to talk about what's going on and stuff like that. So they're not going to be monthly updates, they're just going to be update videos that can happen whenever. And another thing that's going to want to change, I want to do a few travel montages of me like traveling, so probably add some music to the videos and stuff like that. I'm going to get a few more shots of the traveling, just so you're not watching like the background, like listening to background noises. I'm like going through places and it's showing me actual journey to the places. Like I know a lot, we've got a lot of short journeys, so like Rosso, I walk to there, Retford United, and you know, Keepmoat and stuff like that, and a few I'll probably drive to, so it's going to be hard to get a travel montage because I'm not filming where I drive. So in a few games, probably like a lot of the long away ones, I'll try and do a travel montage, because I don't know, I think it just makes the video more interesting and it'll look good. So that is something I'm going to look to implement to a few games. And finally, we're going to talk about some goals that I've got for the channel. So a lot of these are quite big goals, but it's one of them sayings like, if you aim for moon, you might not get there, but at least you'll hit a few stars. So I'm going to aim big and let's see where we end up. So first goal is to complete League 2. This is a pretty standard one, to be fair, which I think is, unless like something comes up that I really can't make one of the 7 away games, then it should be no problem at all with this one. Got a lot of them early doors as well, like a lot of them before Christmas, and then there's a few more. I think Morecambe's the last one that I'll have to do, which is in April. But as a whole, this should be pretty simple to do, and even if I don't make it with Rovers, I'll make sure I get there at some point during the season. Okay, another one that is a bit more challenging, but one that I'd like to do, is to complete the Northern Counties East League Division 1. So this is a league that Rosso Main were in last year. Obviously, they got promoted from this to the Premier League. So the reason I'm doing this instead of the Premier, there's quite a few reasons. First one is just location-wise. For that division, there's like pretty much all the teams not too far away from where I live. Whereas in the Premier League, there's a lot of far away ones. Like there's a lot in like Bradford, up in North Yorkshire. and like they're spread about quite a bit. So it's a lot harder to like just go to a neutral game, and a lot harder to kind of justify it to myself going to a game that's like an hour and a half away. Whereas NCEL, I think the furthest one's probably Harrogate away, and there's a few others like Beverley that's quite far away. But apart from that, location wise, it's not too bad. Another reason I did a lot of them last year, so I think I've got 13 to go. I think I've done 10 out of 23, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. And so yeah, I'd like to get quite a few, like, try and get all of them done this season. And another reason is Rosso are in the other league, so I'd rather focus on that league next year, even if Rosso are in it or not, because like I say, if Rosso come up on a Tuesday night, it's a good excuse to go to one of them grounds that are probably not ticked off, whereas then I can focus on completing the other league without having to worry about whether Rosso are playing them or not. Next target involves a 92, so at the end of this season, I want to have completed 57 of the 92. I know that's a bit of a random number. The way I basically figured out is I'm on 43 at the minute. I was on 44 at the end of the season, but then Hartlepool got relegated, so that's, and I've not been to Wrexham or Notts County, so that's taken one off that total. So if I complete League 2, that'll take me up to 50, which is 7 teams. And then I thought if I could do another 7 other teams around that, then that's a pretty good target to have, to be fair. Because a lot of this, obviously, it's quite expensive going to EFL and especially like Premier League matches. So if I can get 7 done this season, then I'll done pretty well. It'll mainly be like when there's an away game that I'm not too bothered about, like Barrow or Crawley, them type of games, where I'll be looking at completing my 92 with other grounds. Another target is to reach 110 grounds. This one should be pretty straightforward. I'm on 80 at the minute, so this would require another 30. Like I say, if I tick another 14 off for 92, that gives me 16 to aim for, and then if I get another 13 from completing NCEL, that leaves me with 3 grounds. So I think that's going to be doable. I'd be very surprised if I don't get that this year, but we'll see what happens. Right, 2 more goals to go. The next one is to visit the San Siro. Like I say, I've not got any plans to go yet, but I would love to do this before it shuts down. I don't know when it is shutting down, whether it's at the end of this year or not, but I would love to do it just to have experienced it. And like I say, it's kind of been a bucket list ground for me, one that I've really wanted to do, and like I'd love to have the chance to do it before it does close for good. So hopefully I'll be able to tick that off this season. And the next one's a very out there target, but like I say, if you aim for the moon and you only hit the stars, then at least, like I say, you made a lot of progress. And that target is to hit 3,000 subscribers. Like I say, I'm currently just below 800, so that's 2,200 to go, which is a lot, but I'm optimistic. I've got a really good feeling about this channel this year. I'm just going to push as hard as I can, just to do as well as I can, and we'll see how we do. Like I say, if I don't hit 3,000, then if I hit 2,000, then that's still a very good year. I'm going to aim high and see where it gets me. But yeah, I've got a good feeling it's going to be a good year for the channel, and I'm glad you guys are here to go on that journey with me. So yeah, they're all my goals and what is to come on this channel for the 23-24 season. I can't wait to bring it to you. I'm so excited for this. So let's get the season kicked off on Sunday. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't, let's help us get close to that 3,000 target. Please like and subscribe to the video. Let's get over 800 first, then we'll get to 1,000, and then we can start one by one getting our way to 3,000 by the end of the season. So thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.